What do you think about the Super Bowl?
I think it's an exciting one, right? I think it's
Very exciting.
probably the two most dominant teams going into the playoffs. We do know that the Ravens went on a good win streak before going into the playoffs, but obviously they couldn't keep it up once it came to the divisional, to Tennessee in the divisional round. So yeah, man, I think the Chiefs, obviously with the baddest man on the planet right now, Patrick Mahomes, leading them, and then probably the baddest play caller on the planet, Kyle Shanahan, leading the Fighting 49ers.
On the other side, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of the Tennessee Titans, I think the 49ers are, have that formula like the Tennessee Titans had the formula of, I call it the formula, but it's the formula to win a Super Bowl, which is, have a good running game and also have a great defense too to back it up, give your offense more opportunities to kill the clock, slow down the game and get that W, we saw it with the 49ers against the Packers. All they did was run the ball, control the clock, control the game, and just put it on, the Green Bay Packers. So, and we also saw it, we saw the Tennessee Titans do that to the Patriots and the Ravens, which there ain't no, the Patriots and the Ravens ain't no easy teams. Those teams are tough, and especially playing in Foxborough and playing in Baltimore, that's tough. And they went in there, they controlled the clock, they got all those rushing yards. Derrick Henry went off. The defense made some stops, they made Tom Brady and they made Lamar Jackson, really make those mistakes. And I think that's the formula that the 49ers have, to pull this one off.
And that's enough, you believe, to stop the Kansas City offense?
I think so, because, the Tennessee and Chiefs game, it wasn't a complete blowout. That happened third quarter and on. It was still pretty close, but what I think is that the Tennessee Titans, they shied away from the run, which that's what really got them there. They shied away from the run and they started, going a little more towards the pass and Patrick Mahomes and them boys can ball and they put up points in a matter of seconds, and 3 or 4 passes, they were already in the red zone, That's how fast they were able to score. And so, but yeah, I think the 49ers, defense.
I mean, one thing is, we know they got pass rushers galore, right? They can spit them out one after the other, you know? You got Nick Bosa, you got Dee Ford, you got Solomon Thomas, you got Eric Armstead, who actually led the team in sacks this year with 10. You got DeForest Buckner in the middle. You got some bad boys there. And obviously, probably the most pass rushers the Chiefs have seen this year.
Sure.
I don't know what other team can shoot out that many pass rushers out there outside of maybe, Denver, and they lost Bradley Chubb for the year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I think, we got some bad boys coming at you from San Francisco. All those fresh rounders. You got Quan Alexander, Fred Warner. That front seven is serious. And like I said, I don't think the Chiefs have seen a front seven that good. And so that, and obviously they got saved that they didn't have to face the Patriots in the playoffs this year because the Tennessee knocked them out.
Yeah.
And like I said, Mike Vrabel coaching his butt off, being a protege of Bill Belichick. So it was impressive to see, Andy's team come through in the clutch, seeing Patrick Mahomes carry his team with his the gorgeous right arm that he has, and also making plays with his feet. And so it's going to be fun to see. And I mean, like we talked about, man, it's going to be an advantage to who? Because obviously the Chiefs play the Chargers, who run the same scheme as the 49ers and the Falcons and the Seahawks and the Jaguars. So Andy and the Chiefs have seen the scheme before. Is that going to help them? Or is it advantage 49ers because the Chargers use the same scheme to slow down Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah.
So it's going to be fun. It's going to, it's going to chalk it up to nerves. Like, who's going to come in nervous? Who's going to come in antsy? Who's going to come in a little bit, throwing a little too hot, throwing a little, scared? Obviously, defense and run games travel. So that's why you would give advantage 49ers.
Right.
But if Pat Mahomes comes in hot, that's going to be a bad man to stop.
It is.
Yeah. So.
No, exactly. You got Richard Sherman on one side, and then you have weapons galore, Mecole Hardman, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Damian Williams.
Can't go at all of them.
Yeah. But then you go on the other side, and you got a three-headed monster in running backs, Mostert, right? You got Breda and Coleman. Coleman's hurt, right? I believe he was hurt.
His elbow is hurt. We don't know. The injury report comes out on Wednesday, so we're not 100% sure.
He's playing for sure.
I would think.
Took him 2 weeks to heal.
Yeah.
I mean, at the very least, even if he's not 100%, he's going to go out there for sure. There's no way he's not going to play the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that, just talking about that three-headed monster and the run schemes, those creative run plays of Kyle Shanahan are just amazing. I think he has just a full playbook just on run plays, and then and another playbook just on pass.
To watch.
Because
so creative.
Yeah, so it'll be nice. And that's my prediction, guys. And we're just I was gonna ask you too right now, but my prediction is that the 49ers will slow down the game. Especially with those creative run plays, and I think my score is gonna be 31-17.
You're gonna
49ers.
stick with the 31-17, two touchdowns.
2 touchdowns.
Man, that's a big spread right there.
I know. But you know what? I think Kyle Shanahan.
So you would take the 49ers and the under?
I would. It's bold, but I would.
That's an interesting parlay right there.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, obviously, if I'm taking the Chiefs, I'm taking the over. I think if the Chiefs win, I have to take the Chiefs and the over. I'm going 38-35. One of the things I'm thinking about is that, we got Chris Jones. If Chris Jones is going to be another 2 weeks coming off of his get to rest his injury, he's a game wrecker.
Right.
And the 49ers haven't seen a game wrecker like him yet.
Right.
Obviously Green Bay doesn't have somebody. Kenny Clark is good from UCLA, but he's not a game wrecker. He's a solid defensive tackle for sure. And then, Minnesota got 2 game wreckers on the outside, but Linval Joseph is not the same guy he was, 2-3 years ago. So Everson Griffith and Daniel Hunter, they're some ballers, but they're on the outside. Chris Jones up the middle against the trio of like Laken Tomlinson, Ben Garland, and Mike Person. I think that's advantage Chiefs for sure. And so, can he do it all by himself? Obviously not, But you put Chris Jones next to Frank Clark, and Damian Wilson, Reggie Ragland, and Anthony Hitchens, and I think they can slow down the 49er run game enough, And will Kyle stay patient with the run game? I think he learned his lesson after 28-3 with the Falcons.
Oh, definitely.
But will he stay patient enough with the run game, especially if Andy starts to come up with a little bit of creative play calling on his end, where he can, maybe put up a couple of touchdowns early, and all of a sudden, is Kyle gonna, stay with the run game or revert back to some creative pass plays? I'll be interested to see. Plus, we got the best 2 tight ends in the game: George Kittle, Travis Kelce, by far.
Hey, but
super fun matchup.
Kyle Shanahan showed the world that he can throw in the pass play too. He can throw in a lot of creative pass plays, and we saw it against the Saints. Everyone thought like, hey, the Saints are just too hot on. Drew Brees is gonna light it up. Michael Thomas, maybe not.
They did.
Yeah.
46 points ain't nothing to sneeze at
for sure.
Yeah.
So, but Kyle Shanahan, and that squad really responded, haymakers after haymakers, So just let everyone know that, hey, you guys want to pass, we can pass too, So I think that, maybe they'll slow down the run a bit, but I think that Kyle Shanahan is smart enough to get and Garoppolo, give credit to Garoppolo, he can get the ball, out of his hands quick. So, you're talking about all these weapons, that the Chiefs have on the defensive side of the ball. But, they can, Kyle Shanahan will make sure Garoppolo, hey, get the ball out of your hands quick pass. So, Tevin Coleman.
Chiefs got to be on their tackling game. They got to be ready to, bring some
Debo Samuel
behind the pads.
Emmanuel Sanders, George Kittle, beast.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they lead the league in yards after catch, and then obviously the running back. So Kansas City's better be ready to tackle. That's going to be something serious. You know what I mean? Like I said, because like you said, Garoppolo gets the ball out. Shanahan's going to make it easy for him to get the ball out.
Screens to those running backs.
Oh, absolutely.
Those guys are fast.
Oh, really fast. Sure. Yeah, just like I said, we talked about it before. You got the 49ers running backs matches the speed of the Chiefs wide receivers. And so, they better put their big boy pants ready to tackle, because that's literally what this game is going to come down to. I don't see Jimmy really attacking downfield that much. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Just because he loves to attack the middle of the field. And you got Tyrann Mathieu there, who's a playmaker. And Sorensen balled out Man, Sorensen
Yeah, he
balled
did.
out against Titans, bro.
Yeah.
Um,
Ex-Charger,
The
too.
white boy supreme.
Ex-Charger,
Yeah.
I remember him.
Sorensen played for the Chargers.
Yeah, he was with the Chargers.
You guys cut him, huh?
Yeah,
Probably,
we did
most
cut him.
likely.
Yep.
Man.
Chiefs picked him up ASAP.
Yeah, he balled out against the Titans,
Oh,
man.
for sure.
He brought the wood, he brought the lumber. They're gonna need that. They're gonna need that for sure against this 49er squad. No question.
Well, the matchup is great on paper. We can go ahead and talk hours.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
Oh,
this is one of the
just
most
this game,
exciting
you know?
Super Bowls in quite a minute, I like to think. You know what I mean?
Way better than last year's Super Bowl.
By far. Everybody knows last year's Super Bowl was a dud.
Well, that was
You know?
was
Like I
bad.
said, I gave up by halftime. I didn't care who won by halftime. It was that boring. So, yeah, I guarantee you this year, I don't see that happening. It's going to be a thriller in Miami for sure. Looking forward to it. You know, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens.
nice. Can't get any better.
Can't get home of the U.
Thank you.
We're not going to talk about the other football team down there. There's nothing to talk about right now besides who they're going to draft. But
Yeah.
man, it's going to be fun. I'm looking
Perfect.
forward to it.
So you got Chiefs.
I got Chiefs 38-35, taking the over.
Taking the over.
If you take the Chiefs, I would say kind of what you did. If you're going to take the 49ers, take the
You
under.
got to take the under.
And then if you're taking the Chiefs, I would take the over.
31-17 Niners.
You can parlay that. See what you come up with.
What do you guys think? You guys think the Niners will take it? You guys think the Chiefs will take it? Drop a little comment down below. Also, if you want to drop down your favorite team, this is our first podcast, our first video. So, drop your favorite team just so we know who, what kind of listeners we got.
Yeah,
what kind of football fans we like.
What to talk about. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Go into free agency and the draft, maybe how to fix your team, see what your team needs and what players fit best on their team with salary cap, implications as well. So it'll be fun to look at that.
Yeah, we got
for
those
sure.
coming up for sure.
Absolutely.
And
There's no off season
no off
in the
season.
NFL
Yeah, 2-point stands, football all year.
all year.
Yeah,
so we're definitely
this is
excited
video
about
number
that.
1 and podcast number 1. And thank you guys for the support. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button, share with your friends. We're going to be making a lot more videos, and this is just a start. And we're excited. And thank you guys for coming out on this journey. And
Yeah, if
and
you're
that's-
football obsessed like we are, just take this ride with us. It'll be fun.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, take care, guys.
Good night.
God bless. Take care.
Have a good one.